Hello, dear students. Welcome to today's session. Here we will be discussing about question paper 1, which we had for 10 Cbse mathematics students. Okay, so the paper which you can see on the screen is the question paper which was given. Okay, so now we will be discussing each and every question along with the solution. Note that the question number 21, which is mentioned here for 2 mark. This is a repetition question from question number uh, this is a repetition question of question number 19 itself. It's asked in the other way around. So question number 21 was changed. Okay, we have find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial 7y square minus 11 by 3y minus 2 by 3 and verify the relationship between the zeros and their coefficient. This was my question number 21, which was replaced. Now we will see with each question how to solve them. The very first question asked was the total number of factors for a prime number is. Okay, and the options which were given is option A 1, option B 0, option C 2, option D 3. Okay, so among these, the total number of prime factors. So a prime number will have two factors. What are those two factors? The number itself as well as 1. So note that 1 is not a prime number. If 3 is a prime number, it has two factors, itself and 1. So it's option C, answer 2. This was asked in question paper 2020. Exam 2020 question paper, this was asked. Next, we have next question, second question. The exponent of 5 in prime factorization of 3750 is. Okay, 3750. When you go under prime factorization, when you take for the exponents of 5 to the power of 4. It should be to the powers of 4. The first option was, option A was 3, option B was 4, option C was 5, option D was 6. So out of which option B 4 corresponds to this. This was also asked in one of the previous year question paper 2021. Next, we have our third question. What is the greatest possible speed at which the girl can walk 95 meters and 171 meter in an exact number of minutes? Okay, so the options which were given were option A 17 meter per minute, 19 meter per minute, 23 meter per minute, 13 meter per minute. So basically we are supposed to find the HCF. They have asked us the greatest possible speed. Find the prime factorization of 95 and 171. Then write down the prime factors. Find the highest prime factor, that is 19, which corresponds to option B. Write down, and again this was asked in 2021 question paper. So the chapters which were involved over here are very simple. The first chapter was real numbers, and the second chapter polynomials are the major intention of setting this question paper all about. Okay, we'll move ahead with the next question. Next is also an MCQ oriented question. The greatest number which when divides 1251, 9377 and 15628 less the remainder 1, 2, 3 respectively is. So options which are given here is option A 575, option B 450, option C 750, option D 625. So what we are supposed to do, we have to first find the prime factorization, find the prime factors of leaves the remainder 1, 2 and 3. That means you'll first subtract 1, 2 and 3 for the required numbers. You'll find out those numbers. then find the prime factors of those numbers. After that, what you will be doing is you will be finding the HCF of all the three numbers. HCF of all the three numbers corresponds to 625. That is also nothing but 25 square. So this corresponds to option B. Doubts? So well, this question was asked in the year 2021 again. Again, it was asked in the year 2021. Okay, we have question number 5. Again, an MCQ oriented question. If A and B are two co-prime numbers, and then A cube and B cube are. So, well, let us learn this. Let us conclude this with an example. Let me assume A to be number 2, B to be number 3. Okay, the HCF of the numbers are 1, right? A cube is 8, B cube is 27. When you take HCF of 8 and 27 is also 1. That means if A and B are the coprime numbers, then A cube and B cube are also coprime. Yes, clear. This was again asked in the year 2021. So pretty concept based question, and even it's a bit tricky too. So this corresponds to my option A. Let me just read out the options. I have my option A as coprime, option B as not coprime, option C as even, option D as odd. Okay, when you see all the options, A is the only option which corresponds to this. So option A. Come to question number 6. If n is a natural number, then 2 into 5 to the power of n plus 6 to the power of n always ends with. So this was again asked in the year 2021. Okay. So if n is a natural number, very simple. Let me take the values for n. I'm sorry. Sorry. 1 minute. Yes. Okay, now let me take the values for n. I'll take n is equal to 1 that time when 5 to the power of 1. So I have been given this expression 2 into 5 to the power of n plus 6 to the power of n ends with what is the digit it ends with. Okay, so the units place the digit is basically we are supposed to find. Okay, when you substitute n is equal to 1, you will be getting it as 22. When you substitute n is equal to 2, you will be getting as 122. So when you substitute n is equal to 3, we'll see n is equal to 3, we get 2 into 5 cube plus 6 cube, which will be again corresponds to some digit which will be ending with 2. Okay, so it ends with 2. That means it corresponds to option D, again asked in 2021. So well, let me just read out the options now. So we have option A as 1, option B as 4, option C as 3, option D as 2. So here with the two trials we are getting option D. The numbers are ending with 2. Okay, now we will go with question number 7. Okay, question number 7. The LCM of two numbers is 2400. Which of the following cannot be the HCF? Okay, this is one of the Adi Sharma MCQ question. Okay, this was solved in our class. Yeah, yes. So this was asked in 2021. This is by observation. Okay, by observation. When you simplify, you have to get a perfect number. So the options we have here is option A 300, option B 400, option C 500, option D 600. So out of the 4 options we have over here, option C 500, you are not getting a perfect. 2400 is not the factor of 500. So we also know the reason that LCM is the factor of two numbers. LCM will always be the factors of the numbers. Okay. Which of them cannot be the HCF? So HCF also we know HCF is a factor of LCM. Okay. So using that knowledge, option C 500 asked in the year 2021. Next we have question number 8. Okay. The ratio of HCF and LCM of a least composite number and the least prime number is. So basically what is our least composite number? Least composite number is 4. Least prime number is 2. HCF is 2 and the LCM is 4. Yes, they have asked HCF is to LCM. So HCF by LCM, that is 1 is to 2 it will be, corresponds to option A. Let me now tell you the options. This was asked in 2023 basically. Option A we have 1 is to 2. Option B we have 2 is to 1. Option C we have 1 is to 1. Option D we have 1 is to 3. So out of which, upon simplifying, you get your answer which corresponds to option A. Okay, any doubts? Well, let's move ahead further. Next also we have a 1 marker theory question. So this was asked in the year 2018. Let me read out the question. What is the HCF of the smallest prime and the smallest composite? We know what is smallest prime and smallest composite from the previous question. Question number 8, we know least composite 4, least prime is 2. HCF also we found it out to be 2. Just write the same. Here you got 1 mark. That's it. The question is very simple and the answer is also simple. Then we have question number 10. Okay, question number 10 is for 2 marker. So question number 10 and question number 15 both resembles the same. These types of questions we have solved in the class. Okay, so I will be explaining question number 10. Similar method you can solve the question number 15. So question number 10 was asked in 2018 paper. Let me read out the question. Given that root 2 is irrational, if they have given root 2 is irrational, you no need to prove that root 2 is irrational. They have only mentioned it. So given that root 2 is irrational, prove that the 5 plus 3 root 3 is irrational. So what is the method we will be adopting here is the method is named as method of contradiction. So what you will be doing in the method of contradiction is you will be assuming 5 plus 3 root 3 is a rational number in the first step. Then if it is a rational number, it should be of the form a by b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0, and a and b are co-prime numbers. So this is an assumption for a rational number. Then what happens? 5 plus 3 root 2 is a by b. So when you take 5 onto the other side, a by b minus 5, 3 root 2 is remained as such. Then when you take LCM, a minus 5b divided by b is equal to 3 root 2. I'll take 3 to the denominator. I will be getting a minus 5b divided by 3b is equal to root 2. When you see this, what is your numerator? A minus 5b is an integer, 3b is an integer. So a minus 5b divided by 3b is a rational number. Okay, well, this maths are assumption. Let us see the RHS part. RHS, we have root 2. We already given in the question that root 2 is an irrational number. So it is contradicting this. So a minus 5b divided by 3b is also a irrational number. Yes. So 5 plus 3 root 2 is also an irrational number. Clear? This is how you will prove. So overall, if you are able to get this point correct, you will be getting 1 mark. And then when you are able to conclude this conclusion statement, 1 mark. Okay, total 2 marker question this was. Next we have root 5 is irrational. Okay, prove that root 5 is irrational, again for 2 marker. Look at question number 11 and question number 14. Both are the same. So here we have root 5. There we have root 2. So both are the same methods. Question number 14, you will be solving it. Okay. Question number 11 was asked in the year 2023, a pretty recent paper. Yes. So let root 5 be a rational number. Root 5 is equal to a by b, where a and b are the integers and b is not equal to 0. A and b are co-prime numbers. So this is a common statement which we will be writing. Okay, now how will you solve? You will be squaring on both sides. BTS means both sides. So squaring on both sides, you will be getting root 5 square is equal to a by b the whole square. So 5 is equal to a square by b square. So 5b square is equal to a square. So b square is equal to a square by 5. So we have one theorem which states that if 5 divides a square, 5 divides a also. Okay, now assume that a is equal to 5c. We will assume a value. Okay, so putting this 5c in the above equation, we will be getting 5b square is equal to 5c the whole square. We will be getting it as b square is equal to 5c square. B square divided by 5 is equal to c square. So here 5 divides b square, 5 divides b. So 5 is a common factor for a and b. So we have assumed that a and b are co-prime numbers, which contradicts our statements. So henceforth the fact that root 5 is rational is contradicted. So henceforth root 5 is irrational. So this is how you will find out, or you will prove root 5 is irrational. Okay, clear? So here what you will do is, the weightage is very simple. This is a 3 marker. If in case they ask it 2 marker, here after everything simplified at this step, they will consider it as 1 mark. You are able to prove, and at the final step also they consider it 1 mark. Okay, overall, if you are correct till this step, then only it's considered as 1 mark. Okay. Question number 12. Let me read question number 12. Two numbers are in the ratio 2 is to 5, 2 is to 3, and their LCM is 180. What is the HCF of these numbers? Okay, they have told us the ratio of the numbers, LCM. They've asked us to find the HCF. So let the numbers be 2x and 3x. Okay, so the LCM will be 2 into 3 into x, that is 6x, and then the HCF will be, we have to find out. So we know 6x is equal to 180. They have given LCM as 180. So x is equal to 30. What is the x? X is the highest common factor. That is nothing but my HCF. So this was asked in the year 2023. Doubts? Oh, we'll move ahead further. Question number 13. Question number 13 we have here is, find the HCF and LCM of 404 and 96 and verify that HCF into LCM is equal to the product of the two numbers. So first 404 and 96, find out the factors. So these are the factors. Upon finding out the factors, what you do is you'll find out the HCF. So here what's the HCF? Highest common factor is 2 square, that is nothing but 4. LCM will be 2 to the power of 5 into 3 into 101, which is 96. So now we will go for HCF into LCM. If you do 4 into 96, you will be getting as 38784. Okay, 96 into 404, if you do, that is for the RHS, you will be again getting it as 38784. So LHS is equal to RHS. So HCF into LCM is equal to the product of two numbers. So hence we have verified this. Okay, so done. Now question number 14, as I told, root 2 similar to root 5 you will be proving. Question number 15 you will be proving similar to question number 10. Okay, 14, 15 can be solved. Okay. Question number 16. Still question number 15, it was from the chapter known as real numbers. Question number 16 onwards, we have something called as polynomials. If one of the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square plus 3x plus k is 2, then the value of k is, okay, so they have given one of the zeros. That means they have given the value of x for which the entire equation concludes to 0. So when x is equal to 2, the entire equation corresponds to 0. Then k, when you substitute 2 in place of x, 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus k is equal to 0. 4 plus 6 plus k equals 0. 10 plus k equals 0. Then K is equal to minus 10. Plus 10 goes to the other side, becomes minus 10. So this was asked in the year 2020, which corresponds to option B. Let me now read out the options. We have option A as plus 10, option B minus 10, option C minus 7, option D minus 2. Upon simplifying, you will be getting it as minus 10. Okay, clear? Yes. Now we will go ahead to question number 17. Question number 17 reads like this: a quadratic polynomial, the sum of whose zeros is minus 5 and the product of the zeros is 6. So first thing you have to remember the standard form of the quadratic polynomial. Sum of whose zeros is, what is the standard form? X square minus sum into x plus product. So minus of minus 5 is plus 5 plus 6. So which corresponds to option A itself. Let me now read out the options. So we have options like this. So this is the standard form. Okay. These are all one markers. This is the standard form. This is how you simplify. So this was asked in the year 2020. Option A says that x square plus 5x plus 6. That is the correct answer actually. Then option B reads that x square minus 5x plus 6. Option C reads that x square minus 5x minus 6. Option D reads that x square minus x square plus 5x plus 6. So out of all the options, option A is correct. Doubts? Okay. Next, we have question number 18, which was asked in the year 2021. Okay. If x minus 1 is a factor of the polynomial, p of x is equal to x cube plus ax square plus 2b and a plus b equals 4, then a is equal to 5 and b is equal to minus 1. That is option A. Option B is a is equal to 9, b is equal to minus 5. Option C is a is equal to 7, b is equal to minus 3. Option D is a is equal to 3, b is equal to 1. Okay. Now, very simple question. This is, so x minus 1 is a factor. That means x minus 1 is equal to 0. So when you put x minus 1 is equal to 0, so x is equal to 1. So that is called, in place of x, you substitute it as 1. So for p of x, you substitute it as 1. So you will be getting a value for solving it. So p of x value you will be getting. Then this is your p of x. Upon simplifying it, equating it to 0, you will get a value. So in place of a in this equation, substitute this. Then you will be able to find the b value. B is equal to minus 5. So b is equal to minus 5 is there only in one option. That is option B. So you don't need to find a value. So simple question, easy to find. Question number 19. Again, this was asked in the year 2021. If alpha and beta are the zeros of the quadratic polynomial p of x, the polynomial is given, then the value of k if alpha plus beta, the sum is equal to half times the product. Okay. Yes. So alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, which is nothing but k plus 6 by 1. Okay. K plus 6. Alpha into beta is c by a, which is equal to 2 into 2k minus 1. So we know k alpha plus beta is equal to half times the product. So this 2 gets cancelled. So k plus 6 is equal to 2k minus 1. So this will take this side, this will take this side. So k is equal to 7. Okay, clear? This was asked in 2021. Question number 20. Question number 20. 5 more questions. Question number 20. It was asked in the year 2023. Okay. So, the roots of the equation x square plus 3x minus 10 equals 0 are, okay, roots. They have asked us to find the roots. So there are different methods. After teaching the quadratic equation chapter, you will be having different methods. Find out the methods. The roots will be minus 5 and 2, which corresponds to option A. Okay. Then we have question number 21. Okay, the question which was changed. 7y square minus 11 by 3y minus 2 by 3. Okay, what you will be doing here is you will multiply the entire equation by 3. Okay, so you will get a value. Simplify this quadratic polynomial. You will get the value of y. Okay, then you will find the zeros. After you find out the zeros, what you will be doing, you will just verify if they are equal. If the sum is verified and the product is verified. Okay, this was taught in the class. Okay, this was asked for 2 marks. Question number 22. This was asked in the year 2023. So this is a pretty tricky question. If one of the zeros of the polynomial is given, is the reciprocal of the other, then find the value of k. Okay, if one of the zero is alpha, the reciprocal will be 1 by alpha. Product will be c by a. So a is equal to c. So when you equate a is equal to c from the polynomial, you will be getting the value of k as minus 4. Okay, then that's it. They have asked us to find the value of k. This is not an MCQ. This is a theory 2 marker question. 23. Question number 23. We have been asked in 2017. Find the zeros of the quadratic polynomial x square minus 3x minus 28 and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Find the zeros, verify the relationship. Alpha beta value you found out. Alpha beta. So alpha plus beta, alpha into beta. Find out the relations. If you are getting it equal, hence you verify them. Okay. Then question number 24 we have here for 3 marks. Find a quadratic polynomial whose zeros are the reciprocal of the zeros of the polynomial. F of x is equal to ax square plus the bx plus c. Okay. So alpha and beta. So this is a pretty tricky question. Please keep an eye. So for this polynomial, the roots are alpha and beta. So their reciprocals are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Okay, so the sum will be, so we know this is the standard form. So the product also we know the standard form, that is a by c. When you simplify them, you will be getting this. When you take product, you will be getting a by c like this. When you take the sum, you will be getting like this. 1 by alpha beta, you know that is nothing but a by c. When you take the reciprocal, c by a, it later became minus b by c. Okay, this was all discussed in the class. Okay, if you have any doubts, get back. Okay, then we have x square by 1 is equal to b by c, that is the sum part, then the product part. Okay, then the required polynomial is in this form. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please do contact. Okay, yes, thank you. Have a nice day.